Good morning. I start earlier now because it's my favorite programs in the morning. It's gone now in autumn, fall, and it's September 2022 here in Sweden. And my first name is Anna, and then Eva Virginius. And I have had some trying to hack my accounts, my bank account yesterday. And also this morning was it Facebook also. That's what it is today. This kind of evil forces trying to get us in because we live in the end of times now, and it's not really been in a peak yet, but it's on its way to happen now, the peak. And then if you survive this peak and the evil that is going on, that you hold your peace. That's what can take you if you don't hold your peace and start to go with the flow of evil things. You have to think twice what you are doing and what you are saying today, and you need, if you are a follower of God, you should hold your peace, but not be a second person in the society. You are still in a royal position, so you should not take any, sorry to say that, shit, stupid things. You should not take that. But you should not pay it with evil things. So be careful out there. I have not recording anything because it's have been Queen Elizabeth days now, and today she is in the soil. She have been digging down, so now can I continue and to recording for my podcast. And why I I don't know if it's celebrate or that I take it serious with Queen Elizabeth is because we are related. I am related to Queen Elizabeth, but not close. Now I have working for some days about my I have something very big up in the ceiling. I need to see what it is. It's a very, very big spider. Oh, I have never seen so big spider. Let's see if I can take him out. You have a net. We have a big net placed up here. It could have been a dangerous spider because nowadays is it they are coming from other countries in here. So it could have been. I have never seen such big spider in my whole life. Yes, it was living, a spider inside my home. So, but now I could sweep it away outside. So I have to be careful when I step out in my garden, so I don't take him in again, because it's cold outside this morning. So I don't think he moves so very fast. I was talking about Queen Elizabeth when the spider come. And I hope it was not a sign of some evil things coming in here. I hope I sweep it out, and I declare that evil should touch inside my home. This is a place for heaven to be in, and heaven is here. So it was very big spider. I have never seen it. I have lived out in the forest for many, many years, and I grew up in the forest also. But I have never seen such a spider. And it was inside my home. I'm not frightened about spiders, but today you never know, because people travel and they are coming here from Middle East, and they have suitcases with them, and I know when I come back from United States, when I was homeless, and the first place I live in, I opened up my suitcases and took out some clothes, and it was laying there open, the suitcases, and I saw it was running cockroach out from the suitcases, and I could kill some of them, but not everyone. They run very fast. So it can come with the suitcases. About Queen Elizabeth, it's I have worked hard to see where the Jewish lineage is, and they don't understand that in other countries about the Jews that come to Sweden, and they come from Germany, but also from Denmark, up here, and Denmark. It's of course the German is a big country, but Denmark, they come from Holland, and they come from Belgium, and these countries also, and up in Denmark, and then to Sweden, because they wanted to make money working here in Sweden, and they Jewish people have always been hunted, so they wanted to get a new life in a new country, Sweden, and they saw it was much money, because we have royals that was very open-minded. It's our queen and king, people could greet them, and they could walk around with ordinary people. That I have met our prince once when I was together with this man that do formal 2, I think it was 3, race cars, and I met the Prince of Sweden like an ordinary person and talked to him, and so it's not so. They have never been so hidden. The Swedish royal family have been like ordinary people. So, of course, they meet these Jewish people that come from Germany, and in that time, in 1850, like that, they speak German here in Sweden, the royal family, because we had Germany. Sweden had some part of the North Germany in that time, so they understand and could speak German. So and then I have hard with this to say his name, because I have a little dyslexis. I have hard with some words, and he's I think he's, yes, I'm very sure that his name is Aaron Isaac, and he was a Jew that come from Germany in 1850, when it was not allowed for Jewish people to live in Sweden if they didn't convert to Lutheran church belief. And many did it because they wanted to work more than to hold their tradition. And so, but Aaron Isaac, he started, he was together with the royal family, because he did the gold medallions. He was doing this handcraft with gold and did it for the royal family. So he was allowed to come into Sweden without convert. So he was the first one that started the Swedish Jewish community. And you that have listened at my podcast, that follow me, you know that I am in a school to learn about the Jewish history in Sweden. Because now when I look more and more, I see how much Jewish there is in my family tree. And it is people that I didn't know they were Jewish, because it sounds Swedish. Because when they convert to Lutheran church, they also changed their names to be more sounds like Swedish. So they be hidden in this, to not hold their tradition. But Aaron Isaac, he wanted to hold the tradition of the Jewish tradition. They don't call it religion, they call it tradition, because it's told, it's told mouth to mouth, and that's a tradition, and oral history. And so he could do that because he was needed of the royal family, so the royal family helped him to stay here and live in Sweden. And in that way, he also helped other Jewish people to come to Sweden. And those people that was together with him, they hold their names, most of them, and don't change the names. So Isaac, the surname Isaac, and the surname Marcus, they kept it. But then later on, when we didn't have this forbidden to be Jewish in Sweden, then people changed it to be more Swedish. So I maybe there is some Marcus still today, short name Marcus, short name Isaac today in Sweden, but mostly is it Isaac's son, Isaac's son in Sweden. So I never thought about it could be Jewish, Isaac's son, but it is Jewish from the beginning. So but then later on it's be more and more. First they could only stay in Stockholm and Gothenburg and Malmö, and then they could stay in Norrköping, and that's where most of my people have lived around Norrköping when they did this synagogue there. But first they come from Stockholm, and then they moved down and then they married those Lamb, the surname Lamb, that means lamb in English, but lamb they come from Netherlands and Belgium and up to Denmark, and then they married in Sweden, Swedish people, so they come into Sweden, and so it's many that is from Jewish community now, but it was 3 graveyards built that was Jewish graveyards, but then the Lutheran Church opened up for all people to could be in the graveyard there, Lutheran graveyards. So those Jewish graveyards is not. I don't know, but they are they are open for people to come in and look at, but I know also they are closed because it's much bad things going on these graveyards, because people are evil to Jewish, or they break the headstones and those things, so they need to have it closed and look at it. But today they have cameras in the graveyards, so it's very sad that this haunting, and now we have got the second biggest party in Sweden is that hate Jewish people, that hate foreigners people, that they are very, right to Hitler, friends to Hitler, And so we have this, and they are on the winning side. So the biggest social democrats, they have lose their power. They are not in the government. Now we have the right side, and I think now it's the spirits coming. I think it's what spirits are telling me about, that it's time to move, and I can move back to Denmark, for example. I can see Denmark from my home, and if it's be very bad here in Sweden, I can move to Denmark, and if what's happened in Israel, maybe I stay in Israel. Something was on its way to happen. In 2016, when I was in Israel, and I heard when I was in Jerusalem in that museum, the friend of Zion's, and one of my ancestors was the biggest name in that museum, Royal Wallenberg, that helped very much Jewish people to come to Sweden when it was that Hitler wanted to kill them. And they come to Sweden and he helped them. And now it's time for us to get help to get out from Sweden. And if you are Jewish, you should think about it to help me to move to another place. Most of all, I need to marry a Jewish person, or marry someone out from Sweden. So because the money I have, the retirement I have from Sweden is not going to let me could rent an apartment, a home for myself. Those money, I don't have so much money. I have some retirement money, but not enough. So I need someone in my life that have already a home that I can live with. Of course, marry if we should do any. I should not. I can't live with a man only to live there, because I need to at least have a room where I can lock the door to the room so he can't come in my room. I need to have a private spheric place that I can say, this is my home. That's what the Bible is saying. You can't live together, even if you don't do any sexual things. It's not allowed to. In the Bible it says that you have to have a lock on your door that you can close, really, so that person doesn't come in. You can't only have a room on your own and then it can be open. And you say, and you say it truly to God that we don't have any sexual together, but you still need to have a locked door. So that is your private spheric. If it's an open door, it's always you together, and you live like you are married, but you are not married, and that's forbidden. So you know that. So that what I need, even if he only want to help me, and we don't have any sexual things together, I need to have a lock on the door. So I need help of someone that I out from Sweden. I needed someone to help me or want to marry me. I am open for to be married. I am married minded, but I'm too old to get any children. If you think I should have literally children, I can have children, but spiritual children. So that is very, very bad. That people think that is about literary children, because it's the same thing to have. It says both literally children and spirit children. It says in the Bible that it's not only to build up the society with your own children from your womb. It's not right for that woman to carry so many children in her womb. It's hurt her body very much. Mostly is it in the back. It's be bad, and those children is not laying there. It's taking from her body also. So the man should be careful to place too much children in his woman's womb, because they can create children, spiritual children, to come to know God. And that's what it says from the beginning with Adam and Eve, that they should not only build up a family, literally have sexual things together. And that's why they have to go out from Eden. They were wrong, because the serpent, the snake, whatever it was that gave them that apple, that opened up their eyes to see the sexual things when they shouldn't. The sexual things was a sin, and so they opened the eyes of it. The meaning was from the beginning to create spiritual babies, and it's spiritual babies is because it was already children here on earth, because the serpent, the fallen angel, come first here on this planet. Adam and Eve didn't come before the fallen angel. The fallen angel come down here on earth first. So he created children here, and it was evil. It was to eat or be eaten. That's what it was. And then they should change those children that was here, that was evil, was thinking evil. They didn't know other things than to be evil. That's what they were learned from their parents. To if you don't kill, you be killed. If you don't eat up a person, you be eaten up. And not maybe literally, but in that way. And so they learn this, and they have to change their mindset on these people. But Adam and Eve, when they got that apple and eat, they were thinking literally on everything. And they think that it was only to make babies together. Adam and Eve, literally sexual, biologic, doing children, and not what God was talking about, really talking. The main thing was to make, convert, change their mindset on these evil kids, people, to make them come to understand there is a God and be nice people. So it's the serpent stole those understanding that they should stay in Eden and take care of those children outside Eden, to bring them into Eden by teach them about God and be nice, to not kill. And that's what they should have done. But as they eat that apple, they couldn't stay there anymore in Eden, because they were wrong. The mindset was poisoned of the serpent that gave them this apple-like fruit. So I ended up in this, the spirit is here, and I'm going to ask this spirit if it's something he or she wanted to talk about. He started to say mirror, a mirror, to look at yourself, to look at yourself. He asked you to ask, he say, ask yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, and say, have I eaten the apple? He's saying this, the Spirit, not me. The Spirit is saying this. Ask yourself, have I eaten of the apple? And I tell the Spirit inside my mind that it maybe need to be explained for people to, he say that I should do it. So that's the apple. It's of course many of you have done this. You have eaten the apple. You have done sin without thinking about what is God's will. But now when you hear this episode, and if you listen at other episodes, you understand what the heaven want you to do. That this Spirit make me doing things with my hands. So that means that you should act on this episode. If you are a follower, you should change your mindset and ask yourself, what is God's will for my life. And he have given you signs in your life. But this spirit it's very much energy going on now, because the spirit is telling you from what I hear, that he say that if you have not seen the sign of what is God's will for your life, he say, I will place it to you in your life from today. You will see the sign. He's showing me some. It's all. You should not take away that little girl. It's a girl. He's showing me a girl that is maybe 5 years old, and she is coming, and she telling you something, and he have sent that little girl to you, for you to understand what God's will is for your life, what plan God have for your life. So it can be that little girl that coming. Everything, he say 1 week, this week, there coming some people, or it can be some dead things placed in front of you, that only for this week you should look at the sign. Be careful to take that very fast away. Look at those signs that you see that it shouldn't be there in my life, but it is something here that is rare, something special done for this week that is placed there for me to understand the sign, what is the call, what is the God's plan for my life, what I should do for the rest of my life. He say that, the Spirit, be awake and look at something that have changed, or something coming to you, something is placed there that have not been there before, something new have been placed close to you that tell you something from God, that is God's will for your life. That's what he's saying. That is almost so I can cry, because it's a wonderful gift to you. So I hope my follower, you listen on the whole episode. So it's for my followers to know these things. You are so blessed to follow me. Thank you for following me. Thank you to trust God in your life, to understand who am God in your life. The first love in your life. It's not a love that you can see literally, but you can see a sign of the true God in your life. Thank you. God bless you.